We are less than a week away from the first Rogue finale. On Tuesday, in 3 days and 17 hours time, we'll be taking on the Nyx Manhunts. And once we've done this, we'll access our prime target, Aaron Keener. Last season on the Division 2, it dropped an absolute bombshell. As we got to the end, we finally found this box that Kelso got shocked by, and this figure emerged from the shadows. And of course, we predicted this, but it was Aaron Keener. Not everybody was happy about this. Some people calling it lazy move by Massive, but personally, I like this. I thought Aaron Keener needed to come back. I thought that he went out in such a bad way, and I felt he needed a proper send-off or just more story extension. So this made me very happy. But whatever your thoughts, it does lean to a very exciting end to this season, because this season's been all about Aaron Keener's trials. We've done the Echo trial, the Hercules, the Leto, and then the Nyx. And at the end of the trials, the comms are saying that we're going to see what he sees. And I imagine at the end of the trials, we are going to meet with Aaron Keener and Kelso. And don't forget Theo as well. So how do you all see this season end going down? I think it is quite obvious we're going to have a decision to make. And personally, I do think we are about to go rogue on the Division 2. This is something that fans have called for a long time. Why can't we have a storyline where we go rogue? And I just think everything that has got us to this moment, all of the comms, the way things are going, even Kelso going rogue, everything with Fei Lao as well, it just feels like we're about to learn something from Aaron Keener that even ourselves just cannot deny that we need to sort. And in that instance, the only way to do that is going to be going rogue, which Kelso has done and which we're going to do. That is then going to lead into the next season. Not only the next season, but we have a DLC coming as well. So next season is the implementation of Seasons 2.0, which I do want to speak about in a few moments' time. But then the season after that, which is Season 3 of this year 6, is going to be the DLC. And I imagine that's when this story truly expands. And that's what we're building up to. So I do expect some big reveals in this season and next week, but I expect bigger ones next season when we're heading into the DLC. So DLC surely has got to be what this, as we've just said, is building up to, and they're going to want to get us very interested in that DLC before it launches. I don't think they're going to drop that now at the end of this season. I think that'll be dropped at the end of next season. Unless they're thinking about announcing the DLC soon and actually giving us a proper reveal, and then Season 2 next season will just tie us over until then. Whatever, it's very exciting and I can't wait for it. What I can't wait for as well is the revamp of the Manhunts and Seasons in Seasons 2.0. I was very excited for the announcement when they announced the changes for this. And I know they are changing it up a little bit because of the opinions and feedback from the community. But when they first announced Seasons 2.0 and the seasonal character structure and all the Manhunt changes, I felt this was going to be one of the biggest changes and updates on the Division 2 that we have seen for a long time. And I know they've gone back on the seasonal character structure, but I am still confident that they're still going to deliver a big update with lots of changes come this new season. So what can we expect? Well, seasonal characters was going to be a whole revamp of how the season worked. You were going to be starting new characters, going through at the same pace as everybody else as you progressed through the season with weekly objectives. This was going to replace that whole system now where you are waiting every 3 or 4 weeks for the Manhunt story to progress. And instead of waiting that big period, you'd have something to progress every single week. There's going to be a scout to give you these objectives, and you would have been leveling up as you went. So you wouldn't just be smashing through all of this content with all of your high-powered gear that you have on your main character. Now, I don't know how they're going to do that now. I imagine we're still going to get the scouts and things like that, and pretty much it'll be the same as what they planned with the seasonal characters, but we will be able to do it with our overpowered character that we have, which is what a lot of people still wanted to be able to do. But what we haven't found out yet is the seasonal modifiers that they were going to do. Every season now, starting from next season, is going to have seasonal modifiers just for that season. And we have no idea what these could be. We do know that they're not going to be global events, because the global events originally, when they announced seasonal characters, were still going to stay on your main characters. So they're not global events. They're going to be something else. And I'm quite excited to see what these are. And these are what are going to make your seasons more refreshed. So every time there's a new season on the Division 2, it will feel a bit more refreshing because these modifiers will change the way that you play. And if all that's not enough, they're also changing the way that the climax mission works. And this is probably up there with the best thing about the new Seasons 2.0 that is coming. So it works the same as it does now. You're going to have your Manhunts, I imagine, and you'll go through that progression weekly rather than go through it every 3 weeks or 4 weeks. But at the end, as now, you have that climax mission, and that mission kind of reveals the next season. There's normally a big story bomb and things like that. Well, they're changing this up, and the climax mission will become its thing now, actually called the climax mission, and it's going to introduce a brand new difficulty. It's going to be above legendary difficulty, and it's called master difficulty. We have no idea what master difficulty will be, but there are rumors that it's going to basically be legendary but multi-faction. So you'll have like a legendary sort of difficulty, but you'll be facing multi-factions, which could be White Tusk, Black Tusk, it could be Rikers, it could be Outcasts, Hyenas, Cleaners, True Sons. I think I've mentioned everything there. So you'll be, think like the Division 1, think West Side Peers, and think Resistance. Now, I really like that rumor. I do, and I'm looking for a challenge. And how I hopefully see these missions going, so these climax missions going at the end of the season, I'm hoping they're going to feel a little bit like an incursion. So they did say that they're going to be intended for full 4-person squads. So not solo, not duo, not trio. They'll be intended for 4 people. And when you think about that, I think of incursions on the Division 1, or I think of the incursion on the Division 2. Intended for 4 people, they'll have mechanics involved, and it'll be quite tough. Now, I know they're not calling them incursions, but I'd like to think at the end of every season, we'll have a current piece of content like a mission, say. Let's just pick something random. Grand Washington Hotel. This will be turned into a climax mission, and they'll alter this mission with loads of different mechanics. They'll put that new difficulty in, and it'll be very difficult to complete. It'll be great content if they do that, and that's kind of what I'm expecting from it. We don't have long to wait now either, so next week, as I said, we're going to be able to do this season's climax mission for First Rogue, and then once this climax mission is done and we finished off this season, if we head over into the season's menu, we can see what's left of this Year 6 Season 1. We've only got the next Manhunt next week, and then the next League the week after. There's a Guardians global event as well that starts at the same time, and then the Golden Bullet global event starts in just over 3 weeks. This will last a week. So we're looking at this season being over after that, and from this main menu, you can see the timer there. It says ends in 7 weeks, 3 days, 17 hours. Going by that timer on the seasonal menu, you'll expect the update to go live for next season on October 15th. But if we're looking at the weekly activities, then you'd expect it to go live on September 24th. So it's not really clear when the next season will go live. And to be honest with you, with all of the changes they may need to make because they went back on seasonal characters, there could be a little bit of a delay. So maybe it will be more towards the October date. Either way, I am very excited by this, and I can't wait for it to drop. And that's just it for the video. I just want to get hyped about this because we're so close to the season finale now. I've been excited about Season 2 since they announced it. As you can tell, I'm still very excited, and we're getting so much closer now. Not long. Thank you for watching the video. Please share with me down below in the comments what you think is going to be happening on Tuesday next week when we meet Aaron Keener. Are we going to go rogue? What are your thoughts for the new season? Are you also excited by that? What are you wanting to see implemented with this new system? And most importantly, the master climax missions that we're going to get. And yeah, let's discuss it. Thanks for watching this video. I am GCROCK. Make sure you hit like on the video if you've enjoyed it today. Subscribe for more content from myself as well. I've also got a great Discord community. Everything about me can be found down below in the video description, so go and check that out. And until next time, thank you for watching this video. Take care and peace out.